shoot online bricks like others are scared to do.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a really interesting review today on the Ruger 57. It just came out. We're going to do a tabletop review, and then Jack and I are going to take it to the range. We're going to introduce our other shooting buddy. He's going to give us some thoughts on it since his shop just brought that in. So we're excited today. Stay tuned. All right guys, let's look at the tabletop of the Ruger 57. This is a really nice gun. As you can see here, we've got a steel slide polymer frame. It feels very, very good in the hand. You've got some slide cutouts. We've got front and rear serrations, which are nice, good contours. This is a full-size frame. Black nitride finish on it for some durability, and that's pretty standard. We've got 1911 style ambi safety release, which is nice for shooting. It weighs in at just under 24 ounces. So first thing you notice when you pick this up, it's a very light gun. It feels really good. You've got a Picatinny rail for lights and lasers should you so desire. This shoots a small caliber, high velocity bottlenecked cartridge. That's this 5.7 by 28. This particular one is the FN ammo. It's the only one the range here had. I'm renting this from Point Blank Range, so you're seeing these now. They're going to hit the shelves in the stores very soon. I'm limited on my ammo selection. However, there are a lot of manufacturers. American Eagle, FN, of course, going way back. Manufacturers like Remington are supposed to be making the cartridge. What that's going to do is that's going to drive our price down and make this very affordable for us. Let's get back to the gun. You've got what appear to be a competition sight with a nice fiber optic front sight. I really, really love this type of sight setup. A blacked out rear with some serrations. Flat draws your eye to the center, very much like the Larry Vickers U-notch rears, but it is squared off, but I love that style. I know everybody's got personal preference, and we've got a nice fiber optic. Don't worry about it being green if you love red or orange or whatever. You can just replace this on your own. So this thing comes set up. I'm thinking outdoors, I'm thinking varmint, I'm thinking plinking. So a nice bright fiber optic in the daylight is going to light up really good, especially for those with bad eyesight. It comes with 2 steel magazines. I got some time with this gun yesterday. A lot of us did. We really liked it. 20+1. That's great on that. And trigger pull. One thing I noticed, it's got a flat trigger, serrations, and it's got a little beveled out area. Another thing that I noticed is the grip feels good, a little more aggressive, not super aggressive, but in line with what you're seeing in more modern pistols. Trigger pull feels really good. And the reset, it's a little long, but it's actually pretty darn smooth. It's got a little bit of play in here to the take up, but it is a smooth shooting pistol. And I can just tell, and those of us that have had it, we know that this thing pulls probably less than 5.5 pounds. So let's just quickly do a couple pulls on this puppy. I'm coming in at just under 4.5, right around 4.25. Again, it is placement dependent, but I can't go too high or I won't hit the trigger tab. You see that? So I can't go where the crease is. I've kind of got to go in the middle. So if I do between the middle and the lower 3/4, a little over 4.5. Let's do one more for good measure. And we're 4.25. Let's just settle on right around 4.5 pound trigger pull. Ruger's factory is out in Prescott, Arizona. I think Ruger is really onto something here with this pistol. This is kind of unique. To me, this gun is thicker in the back of the grip, and it narrows out as you go forward. And I think you'll see that if you can get it here, you'll see this is where it starts to narrow. I love that. It's innovative. It causes my hand to kind of sink in and like a vise and clamp on the front part. So it's filling up the back part of my hand nicely. And then the grip, thumb cutout, I'm right on it. Let's see if this thing drops free. Pretty good. Now, if I were to maintain a solid shooting grip, and I cannot, you can see on my side's large, I'm not hitting that release. I do have to break my grip a little bit, Larry Vickers style. There's nothing wrong or right about this. But smooth, powerful ejection. It just feels really good. The overall package is super light, low recoil shooting, as you'll see on the range, and just a joy to shoot. Trust me, for those of you that watch this video, you're gonna benefit. There's a super secret handshake. You gotta know it. Here's the handshake for disassembly. You use the magazine, you press this out till you hear an audible click, okay? You flip it around, you got a little space, it goes down. Wait, sorry. You put it back to slide lock, okay? And then you move this down 90 degrees, okay? Now we can take it out of slide lock. It's like a cannon. You move it forward a little bit and then straight up. Forward a little bit, boom, straight up. All right, let's have a quick look at this. It's unique. You've got your traditional guide rod. Your barrel and your hood is not seated. It's rounded. Very skinny barrel, okay? We'll put that back like this. I wanted you guys to see that. You have a flat end and a rounded end. Nothing typical there, nothing atypical. Put the flat end just like that. Push it down, kind of line this up. It'll go from side to side. So I just center it. Attachment points. Let's look at the frame. Okay, you don't have long rails. You've got little tabs here, here, and right up here. If I pull the trigger, this has an internal hammer. I did notice this. So you guys, I'm asking for your feedback. It does look like there's a half cock, and I can't explain it. Obviously, I can't pull the trigger. Full, I can. So I don't find a way mechanically to understand the half cock scenario. All right, anyway, moving on. Reassembly. So you kind of put this forward a little bit, just like that. And it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna shoot a little half on these rear rails. And then we're gonna take it back to slide stop. And then this is the super secret. This barrel moves. So I was struggling previously to get this done. So basically you push this barrel in and then you can move that up. Release your slide and then you push it in. There you go. There's your disassembly. And then back to my last thought on the half cock. See the half cock there? You don't really see what's going on there. So obviously there's no way to carry. It's not like a Tokarev where you carry it like that. So yeah, let me know. Just an observation, asking for feedback. So once you know the super secret handshake, you're in business. It won't take you 10 minutes like it took Jack and I. So let's take a minute to talk about the round. This is the FN 5.7 by 28. This actually came out with the P90s that we all are aware of in the late 90s. It was created by FN Herzl. Here's their original ammo. We've already talked about how other manufacturers are coming on board. The original FN 5.7 came in around $1,400. This is about half price, around $700. It's really MSRP $799. When this hits the street, some online retailers are already showing $650, but just not in stock yet. My guess, $650, $700 range. All right, real quick, back to the round because it's cool. In 2002, 2003, NATO, the members at that time, or some of them, France, Canada, US, UK, they conducted a series of tests to compare the merits of the FN 5.7 round, and they were baking it off against a 4.6 30mm round by HK. The group's conclusion was that the 5.7 was more efficient cartridge. Their requirements that NATO had was they wanted a personal defense weapons cartridge that has greater range, better accuracy, some terminal performance, and one of their specs was the ability to penetrate body armor. Now, what does that mean? We know that there's been many reviews. Go look online elsewhere. We're not going to shoot up any body armor here, but this has been gel tested, all that. For the most part, It'll penetrate level 2 body armor. It may or may not penetrate level 3A. Similarities, I'll splash in some footage of Lee talking about it. It strikes us as very similar to the 22 WMR. We, of course, on this channel, Jack and I have done the Tokarev round, which is a high velocity round. So something that's fast moving, and that's what's very appealing. And you'll see out on the range, this has a good feel. It just shoots fast, and it's not as snappy, but it's a comfortable, flat shooting, fast cartridge. Now, in my opinion, what does that mean? If you were looking at a gel block and you were comparing rounds, this is going to hit because of the high velocity speeds. It's going to have a nice wound channel. It's going to dump a lot of energy right there, and you won't see as much penetration. It's not going to go 19, 20 plus inches like a 10 millimeter round or whatever you're comparing it to. But can you carry it? Sure. Does it make a nice wound channel? Yes. And that's just what makes this appealing. So basically, you're taking a round that's normally in a nice varmint round that you shoot out of rifles. And in Ruger's case, you get all that in a pistol, and you get to carry it on your hip. How cool is that? You guys remember Lee from the Scorpion video? Remember the buddy system? Remember that, Lee? How we squeezed out Daniel?
You know how many people I talk about on a daily basis? I can't. CRS, man.
Exactly. All right, so we're talking about ammo. We've been looking at the 5.57 by 28. So I wanted to put a couple representative examples here, and you guys know we have the famous Tokarev ammo that we love. That's 7.62 by 25, but it's very similar, but not the same. It's a high velocity round. So how about these guys, Lee? What do you know about these three?
Well, what we're going to see here is the 5.7 by 28, the 17 HMR, and then a 22 WMR. So 22 Win Mag, 17, and the 5.7.
They look very similar.
One of the differences you're going to see, the similarities you'll see across the board here is that it's a stepped cartridge. So it's a little bit different from kind of your straight wall designs that you see in most pistol rounds, which is one of the things that makes this guy a little bit more unique, is that that round is actually a submachine gun round made for the PS90, but the FN57 was able to carry a rifle around on your hip. Well, now Ruger has came out with the Ruger 5.7, which realistically is half the price and all the fun. So very cool design, cool concept, but you're actually able to now carry a rifle around on your hip.
I love that. Sweet. All right. And these are essentially 22 type.
Well, yeah, I mean,
bullet projectiles.
22 caliber is 5.56 millimeters. The 5.7 by 28 is exactly what it sounds like. It's 5.7 millimeters. So it's a cool round. It's something that you don't see all the time.
Yeah, it's very unique. So we're gonna go out and shoot this puppy, Jack and I, and we're gonna come back and see how it goes. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it.
Thanks
for
guys.
the quick overview.
Have a good day.
Remember we were talking about safe conditions and built-in safeties with the half-cock, and I was asking everybody have a theory out there. Well, as we shoot the video, Ben has a good theory. Ben, what do you think? Ben's from point-blank range, by the way.
What we're talking about here is that this gun is dropped from a great height, possibly slammed forward on a nose-on strike. That is a limited travel for that internal hammer itself. It's a safety device to keep it from moving forward against a low position.
Excellent. That would certainly explain it. Don't you think, Jack?
Yep.
See, I can engage it here. If I do a slight, it's engaged. I do believe in a fully cocked scenario, if the half cock must be Ruger's safety mechanism, as Ben stated. There you go. That's our theory. If you have a better one, please comment below. We got Jack with the Ruger 57. Jack?
Hey guys.
All right, let's give it a run. We're shooting the evil, nasty spider. Safe?
Yep.
All right. What do you think, Jack?
It's a sweet shooter. It has a little mechanical offset. To hit here, you gotta. It's hitting a little bit low. It doesn't look like it should have any offset.
No, it doesn't.
You see where that little capsule is and where the barrel is? That's not much mechanical offset.
It might be the sight. Maybe we just need to adjust the elevation.
Yeah, it's hitting a little bit low, I think.
Right on.
But feels great. Feels great, and it's not too bad for the first time ever shooting it, I guess.
Oh, it's a great group.
Yeah.
Dead spider right in the head. Yeah. Just grab it. Like, reminds me of a little AR. Or you can do the traditional way. You just push down. Well, I guess you can't. And then push it back. Yeah, that's actually worse. Better off going straight down on it. Cool. What's my yardage, you think? How far do you think this is?
It's about 7 yards.
Okay. I'm so looking forward to this. It is so fun. It was a great shooter yesterday. It did shoot a little low for me. Same thing that you noticed, Jack. So in this case, to kind of keep it simple, I'm going to shoot right in the black part of the body. Yeah, my first shot was low. Man, it's a smooth, flat shooting gun. It shoots flat. It's got a snappy recoil, as we were talking about, but it's just fun. This is a good gun. If you had a lot of property, as Ben was saying, who you guys just met, if you had a big property with a field and a lot of, little critters running around, this would be the gun you can use to solve that problem. And then I got too happy on it, just started getting crazy. But in a controlled manner, it was on where it needed to be. All right, we're going to close it out. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Point Blank Range. What a great gun and a great time shooting. The Ruger 5.7, check it out. It's going to be one to add to your collection. Lightweight, high-capacity magazine, accurate, low recoil, low muzzle flip, rocket-fast ballistics, all in something that's just plain fun to shoot. Add one to your collection as soon as you can. As our buddy Pat McNamara would say, dude stuff. Get you one. All right, guys, like the channel. Thanks for watching. As always, we're out of here. Subscribe. See ya.